suppose sodium bicarbonate decomposition. It is not catalytic process, but it is heterogeneous type, and air is required for the supply of oxygen. So the gas phase and solid phase contact is required. So what is the difference between heterogeneous and homogeneous, that will be discussed in the later classes. And in initial classes, I will introduce what is the course structure and what is my portion, and another professor will be sharing with me the heterogeneous part, and I will be covering the mainly homogeneous portion. And reaction engineering is one of the major subjects in chemical engineering, and it is a part of basic science. The technology of the manufacturing process should be obtained from the laboratory study. So for the manufacturing process, if we know the laboratory study or laboratory data regarding kinetics and other parameters, value of the thermodynamic parameters, then we can proceed for design of a reactor. So in my portion, I will cover the basic idea about the different type of reactions, what is their rate equations, the form of different rate equations, and how to perform the laboratory study to get the rate kinetics, means the rate constant initially. Initially you know the first order type, second order type from the previous knowledge. That is what is first order reaction, where one rate constant is involved and one species is involved in the reaction. Then K, that is rate constant, it is not known, and we can find out rate constant from the laboratory study. So if rate constant is known, then further we can proceed for the reactor design. So pilot plant study or laboratory study, these are required before designing a reactor. Then second part of this part 1 section of my portion is description of different type of reactors and their design. And third part, that is analysis of different reactor and to get the rate kinetics, that is rate constant, etc., rate models, and then scale up of the reactor to a commercial plant, from the laboratory to pilot plant and pilot plant to commercial plant. So all these things will be discussed. In addition to this, there are some type of reaction where, suppose gas liquid reaction, type of reaction where it is heterogeneous type. And
sir, sorry to disturb you. Sir, are you sharing your screen?
No, I share. I am just describing. Now okay. I share. So just introducing. You listen. Just if you like to write, you can make a note. So based on various sections, the course pattern or the structure of the course for my portion, I will share now. This PPT, I'll share the PPT, and this PPT I'll send in the form of PDF so that everybody can read this from my notes. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Acha, it is not the slideshow. I'll make the slideshow just. Can you see full screen?
Yes, sir.
Acha. The course number, this is mentioned, chapter 1, introduction. So that That is, I want to discuss introduction. In introduction, this already I have introduced, that is reaction engineering is subject taken from basic science. Why it is basic science? Because thermodynamics is involved, and then various heat transfer, fluid flow, all theories of science is involved for the reactor design. And the technology of manufacturing process, this is nothing but laboratory study. From the laboratory trial, that is beaker test tube process, or from the chemistry lab, we can get the idea about the reaction and rate kinetics. And from the pilot plant study, we can find out the details of the rate kinetics. The knowledge of reaction engineering is essential in every step of starting from laboratory to pilot plant. The same thing is written here. So how to go for designing of a reactor. And so that the course content, this is the important slide. You see the first part of the course, that is first chapter, basic concepts of chemical kinetics and reaction mechanism and derivation of rate equation. Various rate equations will be derived. Concept of different ideal reactors. I am not going details about the type. So 3. Fourth, search for the rate model. Now see, third section, section 3, I have kept batch reactor, continuous reactor, plug flow reactor. These are the type of reactors. Using the laboratory batch reactor or plug flow reactor, we can gather the data, reactor data for kinetic study. So analysis of rate data is important based on differential reactor and integral reactor. And isothermal reactor design, that is kept in the 5th chapter. That is the isothermal reactor design means same batch reactor, continuous reactor, plug flow reactor will be designed. Just 1 minute. Based on the differential and integral reactor, we can analyze the rate model. This will be discussed in chapter 4, and chapter 5, different reactor design will be discussed. And their mass balance. Mass balances are required for the reactor design. Multiple reactors connected in parallel or series connections. This is next chapter, 6th. 7th, multiple reaction system. That is, reaction may be parallel, series, different type. If you have visited the plant, that is petroleum refinery, there are some reactors where for one reaction, say 9-10 reactions are taking place parallelly. So there are many impurities, but one reaction, say that is the important reaction or desired reaction, and other reactions are not so important. So those are unwanted reactions. So you should optimize the main product from the main reaction. For that, multiple study of multiple reaction system is very much important. And the reaction may be series type, and series type A is giving B, B giving C, C giving D, like this. That is, in series they are forming various products, and one of the product will be the desired product. So the optimization of the desired product is required. This is 7th chapter, and last chapter, non-ideal reactors, resident times distribution. That is, and book recommended, Chemical Reaction Engineering, Levenspool, H.S. Fogler, Elements of Chemical Reaction Engineering. And Levenspool, you will find 2 editions, 2nd edition and 3rd edition. And Second edition is sufficient for the course. Third edition, many additional things are there which will not be covered in this course. So you can follow any of the edition, either second or third edition. And reaction engineering by Fogler, there are many second, third, fourth, many editions are available. And the covered portion is very less from Fogler. Mainly for heterogeneous reaction, HS Fogler will be used. In the other section, Professor Sengupta will be taking that chapter, that section, part 2. And chemical engineering kinetics, James Smith. And in my section, James Smith is sometime required, but mainly it is also required for heterogeneous reaction. So now type of reactions already I told. Homogeneous and heterogeneous. First you learn what is homogeneous, what is heterogeneous, what is the basic difference. Say solid liquid reaction, is the reaction is always heterogeneous? If I ask you that is solid, it is given in a liquid, added in a liquid solution. So is it heterogeneous? Heterogeneous reaction, we can say heterogeneous reaction when the reaction is taking place between the interface of the two phases. Say liquid solid, gas solid. So if the reaction is taking place gas solid interface, or in the case of gas liquid reaction, solid liquid reaction, the solid liquid interface, then the reaction is called heterogeneous reaction, because both the phases are involved or responsible for the reaction. But if you find that is something that is A is dissolved in liquid and the reaction is taking place in the liquid phase only, then it is, despite of the presence of solid, the reaction is not heterogeneous, it is called homogeneous reaction. And heterogeneous reactions are gas solid, gas liquid, organic aqueous phase reaction. That is, organic is one phase, say oil phase, and aqueous phase. So reaction may take place in between organic aqueous interface, or water benzene interface, water toluene interface, say nitration of toluene. Then we'll take nitric acid, aqueous nitric acid, and toluene is in organic phase. So reaction will taking place either, say organic phase is available in the form of globule droplet, and if we assume it is a spherical droplet, then the reaction will take place on the exterior surface of the organic globule or drop. And non-catalytic type, and non-catalytic and heterogeneous, this will be covered mainly by Professor Sengupta in the other section. So what is the course I have introduced, but the other sections that will be that is not shown in details. In heterogeneous there are mass transfer effect, then catalytic properties, that is pore volume, study of pore volume distribution, surface area measurement, etc. All these things are involved in the heterogeneous section. So for my portion, you can consider up to this non-ideal reaction is. As it is homogeneous reactions entirely in my section, so I will introduce some reactions which are homogeneous type. Gas phase reaction, bromine hydrogen reaction, nitrous oxide decomposition reaction, and then decomposition of hydrogen iodide, and esterification reaction. All esterification reactions are homogeneous type, and some sulfuric acid is added, although it is as a catalyst, so catalytic homogeneous reaction. It is acetic acid plus methanol given methyl acetate. Just 1 minute, I will receive one phone call and come in. তুমি এখন ফোন করলে আমার ক্লাস চলছে এটা জানানোর জন্য তোমরা নোটিশ পাওনি কিছু আচ্ছা পরে কথা বলবো আমার ক্লাস শুরু হয়ে গেছে 11টা থেকে চলবে ঠিক আছে An example of heterogeneous reaction, although it is not included, still I can describe. Say this is non-catalytic type, reaction 1, calcium carbonate decomposition. It is non-catalytic type. Solid calcium carbonate, it decomposes to carbon dioxide, it is in gas phase, and calcium oxide, it is solid. So it is gas solid reaction. And catalytic reaction is benzyl alcohol in presence of copper catalyst, it is forming here benzaldehyde. And nitrogen hydrogen in presence of water with a particular catalyst, platinum rhodium catalyst, directly it will produce ammonia. This is heterogeneous reaction. And decomposition of calcium carbonate is non-catalytic, but second and third, these two are catalytic reaction. Now, whatever the type of reaction, all rate equations are written in a standard form, where minus RA, it is rate equation, minus sign is involved to explain the rate of disappearance of A. So in all reaction engineering book, you will find with a positive sign or with a negative sign of any species. If you find it is positive sign, then the species is involved in the right hand side. And if it is find left hand side, that is A is the reacting species. So with reaction or with the progress of reaction, A will decrease. So it is minus sign. And minus 1 by V dCA dt is the reaction rate. And the reaction rate is expressed per unit volume. But if it is expressed per unit weight of catalyst, then 1 by W will come. And dNA dt is the rate of change of mole. And minus RA prime will be used for catalytic rate equation. And RA double prime, it is used when surface area is involved. That is SI is the interfacial area. Then the rate constant corresponding will be K double prime. Here it is K single prime, K simple K. So if we write the rate equation in this form, it is homogeneous type, and the other two, these are heterogeneous rate equations. And in heterogeneous rate equation, we have to calculate the weight of catalyst or find the interfacial area. And first case homogeneous reaction, we have to find out the volume of the reactor. So what do you mean by reactor design? For homogeneous reaction, we can find out the volume, that is called the reactor design. Finding the volume of the reactor or sizing, reactor sizing. But in case of solid catalytic reaction, we have to measure the size based on the amount of catalyst. If we know the bulk density of the catalyst, then after knowing the amount of catalyst in kg, you can find out the size of reactor required. So these three equations are used for reactor design. And the corresponding Ca is the rate concentration of the reacting species in terms of kilomole per meter cube, and rate is expressed kilomole per meter cube per second. And here it is kilomole per kg catalyst per second. And third case, it is kilomole per meter square per second. These are the basic thing. It is available in level school first, second chapter of level school. If we consider the reaction in this form, it is called general form. A, B, B, C, C. And if that is second product is also available, then we can write D, D. Here we consider one reaction product. And then the relation between all the rates, here these are rate of disappearance of A, rate of disappearance of B, and rate of formation of C are related by this expression. Minus RA is given by A by B RB, A by C RC. It is positive sign, it is negative sign, because RB also rate of disappearance. And you find that is rate, this rate is related with RB according to stoichiometric ratios A by B. And if the design of a reactor only formation or disappearance of any of the species is available, we can convert to the other form according to your requirement. In the problem, it is given in different way. Say it is given formation of C, but in the mole balance we need RA. So RC should be converted to RA by multiplying A by C from the stoichiometric ratios. An elementary reaction represents the reaction in molecular level. So elementary and non-elementary, these two you have to first find out. Whether, if I ask whether this reaction is elementary type, you cannot say the proper answer, cannot give the answer, because you have to study the type of reaction, their mechanism, rate equation, then you can say it is elementary type reaction. If you find one molecule of A and one molecule of B reacting and giving two molecule of products, that is 1 giving 2, and if one step is involved for the reaction, single step, then it is second order reaction and it is called bimolecular reaction. But if the reaction is A to C, that is one molecule of A is giving one molecule of C, it is first order reaction, it is called unimolecular reaction. And single step is sufficient to explain the reaction mechanism. But if multiple steps are involved in the reaction, it is called non-elementary type. And their rate order we cannot express as first order, second order, third order. There may be fractional order or negative order. Anything is possible for non-elementary type. And example, if the reaction is A to B or 2A to B, these are elementary type and their order is first order and second order respectively. And it is unimolecular, it is bimolecular. Some examples are given, that is benzyl chloride, ethyl chloride to ethane or ethylene plus hydrogen chloride. HCl is in the gas phase. This is also gas phase, ethylene decomposition reaction. And H2O2 decomposition reaction, if you keep hydrogen peroxide in glass bottle, after few days you will find it is water and oxygen is filled at the top. So there are monomolecular reactions and the rate of this monomolecular reaction is known as first order reaction. So these are all first order reaction. But if it is not elementary type, then listen, what I am describing, this is fundamental thing. It is already, you know, I am recapitulating the knowledge. Manufacture of nitric acid by oxidation of ammonia. Different steps are involved. Like overall reaction is oxidation of ammonia giving nitric oxide. plus H2O. And oxidation of nitric oxide giving nitrogen dioxide. And nitrogen dioxide, it is giving nitric acid. And this formation of nitric acid is given by this rate kinetics. You see, it is not first order, it is not second order with respect to ammonia or oxygen. If we find ammonia to the power 1, it is with respect to ammonia, it is first order. It could be, but it is not. It is 0.36. So fractional order of ammonia and fractional order of oxygen. Then this reaction is called non-elementary reaction. But how this rate equation is arrived? You should know the steps how to derive this rate equation. For the derivation, we have chosen various reactions. Say this acetaldehyde decomposition giving methane and carbon monoxide. And the rate equation is given by this. This derivation, it is also available in many books. And hydrogen bromine reaction, it is given 2HBr. Rate expression is given by in the form of ratio. That is, denominator is having some concentration term, HBr concentration, bromine concentration. So this rate of formation of HBr is inhibited by bromine concentration also. That is, if you use much bromine, rate will increase, at the same time rate will decrease due to retardation effect is there or inhibition effect is there from the terms in the denominator, that is K2Br2. As we increase the bromine concentration, the rate will also decrease. So we can here use small quantity of bromine and large quantity of hydrogen. As the reaction progresses, then HBr will form, then it will again retard. That is, the rate of HBr formation will decrease. This is not minus sign, this is a mistake. This R HBr, this is formation, so it will be positive sign. Okay, you can correct it or I will correct it if I remember it. The individual elementary steps for the reactions are required to derive this rate equation, and giving the individual steps, if I have, I can show it. For this mechanism, I have derivation of rate models. Say the reaction is 2A to 2B plus C. The step 1, A giving A star, activated state, and step 2, this activated A, or that is unsteady compound A star, will react with A to form 2B and C. So actual product we cannot detect A star. A star is the intermediate, and this intermediate is used in the second step. But in the product we will find B and C only. No A star is detected. Non-elementary reaction. How to derive this? Write from the first step and second step the individual rate equations. Here main assumptions is for non-elementary reaction, all individual steps are elementary type. This is the basic assumption. Based on the elementary type, from step 1 we will obtain this expression K1Ca minus K2Ca star, and this is coming from the second step K3Ca Ca star, because simultaneously step A, step 2, A is involved. Here left hand side A is involved, here also left hand side A is involved. So this is rate constant, here forward rate constant K1, backward rate constant K2. Similarly here it is K3 and K4. So considering various rate constants, we can write rate of formation, rate of disappearance of A is this, and rate of disappearance of A star is by this equation. But at steady state, the formation of the intermediate A star we assume negligible or zero, but as it is not detected as a product. So we can assume the formation of A star and then disappearance of A star, because it is also reacting, is equal to 0. Then Ca star we can find out from these two equations, K1 Ca, K4 Cb square Cc, K2 plus K3 Ca. As R star is involved here, so you equate to 0. That is equation number 2, you equate to 0 and find out Ca star. And this Ca star you substitute in the equation number 1 to get the rate equation K Ca square 1 by K prime Ca. Achha, it is not simply rate constant K prime. It is a combination of various terms like this. K is 2, K1, K3 by K2 and K1, K prime is K3 by K2. That is, after simplification, we obtain the rate equation in this form. And you observe the rate equation where as the concentration is more, Ca is high, then rate will decrease. But as A decreases gradually with reaction, A will decrease, and this retardation effect or inhibition effect will be less. Then this reaction will be converted to second order. If Ca is negligible, we can neglect this term and rate will be second order. But if Ca is very high, so the inhibition effect is there and we can neglect to 1, then Ca cancelled out and rate will be converted to first order. So at higher concentration, we observe the reaction is first order type, and lower concentration it is second order type. And if you start the reaction with higher concentration, then initially the reaction follow the first order behavior, and finally as Ca decreases it will be moves towards second order. And this type of mechanism is observed in many reactions which is not elementary. It is non-elementary reaction. It is given. If the second term of the denominator is neglected, it is written here. Then K2 greater than K3 and K is neglected. The rate of the reaction may be approximated by a second order kinetics. In Levenspull exercise, this is given, that is so that the reaction is non-elementary type, but sometimes it shows a second order kinetics. From the theory, you have already learned, that is non-elementary type reaction, there is no order. We cannot say first order, second order, but it is converted to an elementary type sometime. Then we will get the order as second order. Then another mechanism, that is decomposition of acetaldehyde. 4 steps are shown. First step, intermediates, CH3 radical, CHO radical. Second step, CH3 radical is involved and given ketone radical. CO is keto group, CH3CO, ketone radical, and CH3CO, it is decomposed to carbon monoxide and CH3 radical again. And this CH3 radical, after addition, it is giving C2H4. Now from these 4 steps, you can try to derive the reaction, final rate equation of the reaction. as K2 K1 by K4 to the power half and CH3 CHO to the power 3 half. Then what is the rate equation? What is the order of the rate equation? 1.5. That is 3 half. And it is non-elementary type. So you can try the derivation. Achha. Rate constants are K1, K2, K3, K4. And then I'll describe something about catalytic reaction, heterogeneous catalytic reaction. And why catalyst is involved for the reaction? Mainly to increase the energy, or that is before reaction to takes place, the reacting species should reach a higher energy level, and this higher energy level for non-catalytic reaction is very high, and for catalytic reaction it is low. So the reaction will follow the lower energy path. Only this term is involved, lower energy path for catalytic reaction. And better you see the plot, that is reactants should be attained at the higher energy level, and this higher energy level is lower for the case of catalytic reaction. And then the reacting species from the higher energy level, it reacted and to form products. So that this difference between reaction and products, reaction and the higher energy level, it is called activation energy. So the activation energy for with catalyst and without catalyst, there is a large differences. Suppose if we use a reaction A plus B giving product or producing P as the product, and activation energy requirement is 45 kilocalorie per mole without catalyst. But if we describe some catalytic reaction for the same reaction, we will observe the activation energy is suppose 10 kilocalorie per mole. So the reduction of activation energy from 45 kilocalorie or some higher activation energy to lower activation energy, this is due to the presence of catalyst. So why we'll go for catalytic reaction? To reduce the required energy, and our production rate will also increase. Now, rate constant and specific reaction. What is specific reaction? This rate constant, sometimes it is called specific reaction rate, and specific reaction rate, this K is involved in the general form of rate expression minus RA K Ca to the power n, and where K is the rate constant, n is the order of the reaction. This may be fractional order for non-elementary reaction. And so the unit of rate constant is given by this. You can find from this expression. That is, unit of K for nth order reaction is given by kilomole per meter cube per second by kilomole per meter cube to the power n, just read by Ca to the power n, and ultimately we are getting meter cube n minus 1, kilomole 1 minus n, and second inverse. Then what is the unit of rate constant for nth order reaction? Concentration inverse and time inverse. And concentration inverse to the power n for nth order reaction. For first order reaction, it is second inverse. And for second order reaction, concentration inverse per second, and for nth order reaction, concentration to the power minus n per second. So the unit of rate constant for a first order is time inverse, and second order concentration inverse, time inverse. So you have to remember this always, concentration inverse and time inverse. It is for second order rate constant unit. Now we know what is rate constant. Whether it is elementary or non-elementary, there will be some constant, that is rate constant. But in case of elementary reaction, we can observe the temperature dependency. And assuming non-elementary reaction, theory is not applicable directly. So if we assume the reaction is elementary type, and we can observe the temperature dependency of rate constant. Now temperature dependency, it depends on the activation energy also, that is minimum amount of activation energy required for performing a reaction, and reacting molecules should attain a higher energy state to gain activation energy E, and it depends on rate constant how this activation energy will be involved. Now temperature dependency of the rate constant may be explained by collision theory, transition state theory, and Arrhenius theory. You are familiar with Arrhenius theory. That is, Arrhenius theory states that is rate equation is rate constant is directly proportional to exponential minus E by RT, where E is the activation energy. But in terms of collision theory and transition state theory, this will be slightly different. So that will be discussed in this section. Collision theory. I should not continue today much, and many things I have discussed. Better I will summarize this. So in the introductory in the introduction or in the introductory lecture, it is explained what is rate equation, what is elementary, what is non-elementary type rate equation, and how the non-elementary rate equation will be derived, and what is activation energy, etc. And what are the basic theories or basic units for rate constant, rate equations, etc. So you have to learn the basic things before starting the course. That's why I have introduced already what is the unit of rate expression, what is the unit of rate constant in terms of solid catalyst, in terms of volume, in terms of interfacial area, surface area, three different rate expressions. And what do you mean by reactor design? For homogeneous reaction, reactor design means to find the volume of the reactor, and for heterogeneous reaction, and we have to find out the weight of the catalyst, that is amount of solid, and from there we can find out the size of the reactor. And gas liquid reaction, we have to find out the interfacial area based on the volume. So if we know per unit volume how much interfacial area is produced, if we know the gas liquid bubble and liquid droplet diameter, average diameter, we can measure the interfacial area and how many droplets are flowing through the reactor. If it is known per unit volume, we can find the size of the reactor. So this will be discussed in details in the successive chapters. So up to this note, I will send it. Up to collision theory, I will send it today, this note. Any question?
How do we experimentally find out whether a reaction is elementary or non-elementary?
See, right. No reactions are determined whether it is elementary or non-elementary from the laboratory experiments. Only we can find out seeing the nature of the rate expression. If we find, say, two reactants are involved, but the reaction rate equation is not second order, so it is not elementary. Then you are clear. That is, you perform the experiments. From experiments, you try to fit with a second order kinetics. If it doesn't fit with a second order kinetics, say the reaction is A plus B type, it should fit the second order if it is elementary. But if it is not elementary, other than elementary, you will find different rate kinetics. You can say it is non-elementary. Only this way we can find whether the reaction is elementary or non-elementary. Clear?
Yes.
Any other question? What is the total number? Today I found more than 90. But what is the attendance? 76 only. But I have to take attendance. Don't go. Okay, I took it. Acha, basic procedure for online classes and test and quiz I'll discuss now just. Acha. Each 15 weeks 15 days interval I'll take quiz or test. Actually one quiz and one test each 15 days interval. I have started today. So next week there will be no test, but next to next week there will be one quiz and one test. Okay. That is next week. Next week we'll start from 23rd August to 27th. So I'll cover some theory up to 27th August. And after that next to next week, that is 31st August onwards, I'll be taking one quiz and one test. Because all evaluation will be based on quiz and test and sometime assignments. And if you follow the lecture notes PDF and attend the classes, then this will be not a very difficult job to cope up. The course is very simple, but you have to attend and see the problems discussed in the classes. So if you do not attend the classes, it is difficult to solve the problems in the test. Last time the students get